Hello, everybody out there. This is Jackie Bros.
And Dunlap.
Wait. You said you was going to let me just say this.
I know, Jackie.
Everybody knows you there. They're sitting there
Well-
waiting for you to be an idiot. Can you just give me...
What I was afraid of was somebody might tune in and only hear your voice and turn it right off, thinking, well, I guess Dunlap
Well, if
finally went on to better and bigger things.
I don't want them listening anyway, if that's where they're going to be.
He got the call up.
If you don't want to, turn it off now. Turn it off.
Yeah, my people, if just turn it off, turn it down for about 15 minutes of old man rambling, and then I'll come in and rescue the whole
Just let me say what I was going to say.
experience. Go ahead, Jackie. Now I'm going to turn it over to my good friend Jackie Brawls.
Oh, hell.
Jackie, what do you got to tell the people this weekend?
I'm telling the people. I don't need you to tell me to tell the people. I was going to tell the people myself, tell the people. I don't need you to tell me to tell everybody. Just give me 5 minutes here. Now,
Clock is ticking.
all right. Enough. I come to you with a heavy heart.
Jackie's a pillhead.
I am not. That's what they give me at the doctor. Just let me say here.
If you go back and listen to last week's, you'll hear Jackie
I don't want no one to go back and listen to it. That's the point I'm trying.
in pain and hopped up on pain meds. I guess he was in pain. That's the story he
Just
told the
let
doctor.
me know when you're through.
And then he
Just
comes
go
over
on.
here.
Just go on. You just go on. Keep on talking.
Get
See
so
how
high
see
on
how long it
pills.
take for someone to turn it off. Go on.
Has to lay on the floor. He's so high, like a damn crackhead.
There's a difference between hurt and high.
You know, in Jungle Fever,
What?
when they go into the crack house, that's what it was like.
Oh, hell.
Only with Jackie.
I ain't never been no crack house in my life.
I'm gonna start calling you Gator.
Oh, I don't even know what that means. I don't care nothing for Florida.
But I don't mean to interrupt. Jackie, go ahead. Let's hear your
No,
excuse this
you ain't
time.
gonna shit. I owe an apology to my good friend, Mr. Reynolds. Now, I know he wouldn't have known how to listen to this anyhow, but that's neither here nor there. What's here nor there is $25 to do a sponsor, and we could not bring it up, and he'd never know the difference. But I know, and that's what matters. Now, I feel just pitiful about this. I wasn't in my right mind. I had a pinched nerve. And they give me all sorts of stuff. I don't ever go to the doctor. I had to go to the doctor that day. Hurt like I don't know how to tell. I can't explain pain like that. And that's what reading they gave me the pills that they did. So I was supposed to do my sponsor. And I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to do it right.
Yeah, because last time your sponsor didn't make any sense. I don't know.
What?
You were saying,
You say that don't make any sense, don't matter what the doctors give me.
but last
Whether
week,
I'm hurting or not, whether I'm on my tail on the ground or sitting in my chair or on my box
yeah,
or on my chest of drawers. It don't matter what I'm sitting on in here. You say it don't make any sense.
but last week it really did not make
All
any
right,
sense.
then I'm trying
It
to.
was just sounds
let-
like, and I mean, I guess they were words, but there weren't a lot of consonants.
3 sticks of candy. It's right off a square. Everybody get a sweet tooth. Everybody wants something sweet put in their mouth every now and then.
Oh yeah,
Dessert. And it's 3 sticks of candy. 3 sticks of candy. 1 in each hand. And 1 in your mouth sounds like a good plan. Now that's how I'm supposed to sing it, and that's how it goes, and that's how everybody, all the children sing it. They go in there, up and down the square, you can hear them singing it. People, since I started doing this sponsor on here, people come in the store and sing it, and they laugh at the end. I don't know what's funny about it. But that's how it's supposed to be done, and I'm not someone for making a fool of myself on purpose. I may not be the smartest man in the world,
No.
but I usually know how to put words well enough together to make a sentence, and I'm ashamed of my behavior. And I wish he'd have never turned this on down here. You could have gone a week without doing one of these. No one would have known the damn difference.
Don't take Jackie's humiliated word for it, folks. If you didn't hear last week's episode, go back and check it out.
Don't go. How do you go back, erase it just like a tape, turn it around, erase it?
No, once it's out there on the internet, Jackie, it's out there. Hell, it's my ringtone.
Ring what?
Tone. So that's the 3 sticks of candy. Did Mr. Reynolds come to you himself in rage and disgust?
He don't know nothing about this. You know that. He wouldn't know how to listen to this if he wanted to.
So this is your honor.
This is for me. I'm the one that cares. I took the man's $25. Well, I took 15 and some,
candy.
Rolos, yeah.
Did you get 3 Rolos?
That's between me and Mr. Reynolds, how I work sponsors.
I don't know why that's a secret. It's just Rolos.
Well, how many Rolos come in one? See, add it all up there like you think you're so smart with your math.
Packs
3
of
you
Rolos.
missed.
I don't know how many Rolos.
How many Rolos come in one thing of Rolos?
I don't know how many Rolos.
See if you make it come out to 12, 9, 6, or 3.
Why are you making me do what?
You the one, because you the one run it down all the time. It's 3 Rolos. 3 things of Rolos come in either bread tie, string, or yarn. One of the 3.
It's either 8 or 10 Rolos. So you go down to 3 sticks of candy, and as I told folks last week, Jackie may not remember it in his junkie haze, but
don't say it, old junkie. I was come from the hospital. Nobody's in the right mind when they come from a hospital nowadays.
There was some danger going into 3 sticks of candy due to the rabbits. Mr. Former Pharmacist Reynolds, for some reason, decided he wanted to have a lot of rabbits. I don't know that if he originally wanted a lot of rabbits, but he wanted at least 6, and that turned into 90 or 100 rabbits, eating only candy and yarn and bread ties, bread sack ties.
I remember something in the Daily News about rabbits, but
some kids got hurt. Kids got hurt.
I was out of it all week. I don't know if if you making this up on Mr. Reynolds or not.
He swore to the magistrate that he would take care of the angry rabbit population in his store.
Well, it must be an infestation or something like that. You don't get rabbits around chocolate and candy and things like that.
We've told you the story of 3 sticks of candy before, but just to recap, former pharmacist Reynolds was married to Maud Reynolds, his lovely wife.
Nobody wants his life story. He runs a business. It's 3 sticks of candy on Wednesdays between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. 3 is 6 with candy. And his 3 sticks of candy, I done sang the jingle. That's it. You don't need to run the man's life story over and over again. It's a broken record.
When you see commercials on TV and they're like, come on down to McDonald's, founded in 1957 by Ray Kroc. I think I have all those details.
We already talked about all this. We already talked about McDonald's.
Don't think it was founded in 1957.
Ronald McDonald, Cancer Home, Ronald Friends, whatever.
See, what Jackie's talking about is Mr. Former Pharmacist Reynolds' wife died. She slipped on some stairs in the rain. And
he good shoes in them.
He was hit hard by his loss and made some mistakes filling pill bottles there in his drugstore.
You got to get into all this? You ain't saying all this about Ronald McDonald?
Killed several people, some just sick.
We are having the same damn conversation we had. Turn it off now, whoever's listening.
Hey,
I'm through with my apology. That's it. I owe it to Mr. Reynolds. I know he don't listen to this, but I heard it, and I heard my apology, and that's all I needed to hear. I don't need to hear the man's life story again.
I'm just doing every episode is somebody's first, Jackie, and I'm just doing a previously on Lost. Listen, so after that, he kind of lost it. He lost his pharmacist license, but he still runs the drugstore, but now it only has candy. He's got candy in the pill bottles, 3 sticks of candy. You can only get, you can't buy a single bar of candy. You can't I'll take one pack of Reese's
You go get that somewhere
Cups.
else. You know, sometimes one
ain't
Milky
enough.
Way, 1 Three Musketeer ain't enough.
You need to cram 2 or 3 of them in your mouth.
Well, 1 in each hand, 1 in your mouth. If you finish 1 in your mouth, and don't eat like a damn pig like you do. Not everybody does. You eat 1 Three Musketeer bar all by itself, and then you take the 1 in the other hand and eat it by itself. And then if you still want to eat the other one like I know you would, you cram that one in there too, or you put it in your pocket for later. 3 sticks of candy.
The special is, I think it's on Wednesdays, between 3 and 6. 3 is 6. You get 6 sticks of candy. I guess you put some in other people's hands. And he started dressing a mannequin.
If you want to give candy away, that's fine, but you can do whatever if you pay for it, do what you want with it. Now you're making it sound like if you go down there, someone's going to be giving you candy. That ain't necessarily the case.
No, you have to.
That's false advertising.
You have to buy the candy. What are you saying?
You said you give a candy to somebody else, you're going to make somebody think if they go down there, somebody's just going to be handing them out candy.
Let's be clear. There's no free candy at 3 sticks of candy.
Sir.
It's not free sticks of candy. It's 3 sticks of candy, numeral 3. Although,
they'll get that right. Sometimes
people say, I'm sure
got
somebody's
a fake accent, this and that. It's 3.
3. Not free.
3 sticks of candy.
And on Wednesdays between 3 and 6, 3 is 6.
3 is 6, between 3 and 6.
But 3 is not free. Free is not
It's
3.
never free.
Nope. You got to pay. He may be nuts, but he knows when somebody's giving money for candy and when he doesn't. And the reason I say he's nuts and the reason Jackie brought up Ronald McDonald is because previously on the podcast we talked about the fact that he started dressing a mannequin up like his deceased wife Maud, which several people think is a little weird.
It ain't no difference. He was a founder of that establishment.
Jackie
Before it was 3 sticks of candy still, it was a pharmacy, whatever it was. She was a founder, just like Ronald McDonald was a founder. Everybody associated.
McDonald was not a founder.
He was associated with that.
Ronald McDonald was a fictional clown.
When you go to McDonald's Playland, there's a Ronald McDonald in there that ain't real and moving and talking or doing nothing, just sitting there on the bench. This is the same thing as that, except it's his ex-dead. His wife is passed on behind the counter.
If the founder of McDonald's had been married to Ronald McDonald and Ronald McDonald slipped on some steps and bashed his forehead in, and then the founder of Ronald McDonald started dressing mannequins up like his former husband, the clown, who is now passed on, and talked to this mannequin dressed up like his dead husband, then I think you would have a comparison.
Well, I'm sure when McDonald's first opened up, they didn't have the money to make a statue. They had to put the makeup on a mannequin. I'm sure that's how they started too.
If McDonald's had mannequins dressed up like clowns, cheaply made up clowns, nobody would go in there because that is the creepiest thing I ever heard. They'd be dead in the water and we'd all be going to Burger Chef right now. But they didn't. McDonald's ruled supreme because they had the good sense not to dress up a mannequin like anybody dead or a clown.
Well, bless your heart for not running down McDonald's.
That's marketing 101.
Save it all up for poor Mr. Reynolds after what he'd been through.
And then he has a bunch of rabbits
it's
running around there.
It's two different kind of established. McDonald's makes chicken McNuggets. They make cheeseburgers, McRibs sometimes, this and that.
When it's available.
3 sticks of candy is candy.
3 sticks
different kinds of candy. 3
Tied
of them each.
In yarn or string or
bread
sack ties. And also you may have to fight a rabbit when you go in there.
Oh, hell. I don't know if that...
Well, he's got it under control now because he got a couple of coyotes.
What?
He brought in some coyotes.
Some coyotes?
Don't know where he got them from. Now, here's the thing. If you give What I heard was people would pass by the store at night, and the lights would still be on, and it was just a bloodbath of coyotes murdering rabbits.
You can't just get on here and say what people tell you. People lie up.
Well, let me preface that by saying this is only a rumor. This is hearsay, counselor. But what I heard was former pharmacist Reynolds was sitting back on his counter, put a chair up on top of the counter where you go to get your 3 sticks of candy, like a king surveying knights fighting for his pleasure, watching these 2 coyotes murder about 70, 80 rabbits.
What the hell?
And so now these coyotes, you think of coyotes, they're skinny, weird looking, but now they're fat, approachable. You can pet them. He named one Maud Jr. and the other one New Wife.
Now, look, we can go back over this. It's not right for you to run him down like you do his whole life, but it is true his wife did slip and fall and die.
Sad.
It's terribly sad. He wasn't in his right mind. He gave up wrong pills to somebody. And
more sadness.
For him and the people he gave a pill to.
It's a sad story.
All of it's terrible, but that I will agree that is true. All this about rabbits and coyotes, that's hearsay. I don't know about that.
Well, I'll agree. It sounds like nonsense. But
that's what it sounds like to me.
That's what the people on the street are saying. I don't go near there because
people on the street ought to have better sense to talk about something else than poor Mr. Reynolds after all what it been through.
Do you think I want to take a sad story and add more sadness to it with the death of several rabbits? No, I don't. I like this story when it started sad with several deaths of people, and then it got happy because of the candy. That would have been a perfect way for it to end. But, Jackie, you know...
It's how to redeem yourself. Bring joy back to the world from
Act
the people...
Act 2 for former pharmacist Reynolds.
Now, I don't know all the people that he gave him pills to can eat certain kinds of that candy after what they went through.
Probably not. Some of them
not all of them. Not some of them can. I seen some of them. Some people got forgiveness in the heart. I say that.
I mean, some just are physically not able to eat the candy. I thought that's what you were saying.
Well, yeah, but some of them talk about this bad stomach.
Some of them stomach eat clean through.
Well, I mean, what happened?
Whew, sad.
Why are we talking?
I don't know.
On here
Life
to
is
apologize to this man because I was out of my damn mind last week. Sick.
Well, I don't know why you're bringing all this stuff up. I mean, last week you
brought worse stuff up, and the truth is better than rabbits and coyotes and this.
Jackie, that ain't no good news. Have we not learned that? It's 2014. Ain't no good news.
Well, you're right
now,
about
look,
that.
I'm hoping, Act 1 ended in sadness for former pharmacist Reynolds with several deaths. Act 2, 3 sticks of candy. Started out strong. Again, ending in animal slaughter.
I ain't
weird
backing this up.
Coyote possession. But there's always Act 3. And we can only hope that Act 3 for former pharmacist Reynolds ends on a high note.
Well, Act 3 is you quit the hell talking about him.
So that's 3 sticks of candy right off the square. Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I guess you don't have to worry about the rabbits now, and apparently the coyotes are friendly. I don't know when they finally digest all them rabbits what they're going to turn into. But some people have coyotes as pets, right?
I don't know nothing about no
Snoopy's
coyote
brother?
pet anywhere off a square with Mr. Reynolds or anything. I don't know anything
Well,
about
you were
this.
out of it most of the week on them pills.
I read something in the paper about rabbits getting loose. That's all. I don't know if it Mr. Reynolds or not.
Now, some of them may have tried to make a break for it.
I ain't brought all those down here to store them yet. The new Daily News Journals.
Maybe even the Sunday edition, there'll be a lot of color pictures of fat coyotes.
I'll read it
3
then.
sticks of candy. Jackie, I got a sponsor this week. Good sponsor, a previous sponsor of this program. We're always happy to have them back. Pre-greeters.
Oh, hell.
That's pre-graders owned
I ain't even going to argue with you.
by Don Jekyll Jr. Now,
He
you
ain't.
know the story of pre-graders. There was an establishment right off the square called
Everybody
Graders.
turn it off now.
Graders was, it was like you go into Walmart, but there was no Walmart beyond the grader. There was only graders, and the place was staffed with graders, and you'd go in there and listen to old
There
men
ain't
ramble.
graders no more.
No, graders got closed down.
They didn't get closed down. They got run off.
Well, I say it's just competition.
Half drunk, whatever, pre-graded Don Jekyll thugs, what I call them, they scared to come in to grade anybody down there. You don't know if you're greeting somebody regular. You knew if you was greeting a pre-grader. You'd know that because of the smell coming off of them.
This sounds like sour grapes from somebody who's un-American and doesn't appreciate capitalism. I say leave it to the marketplace.
All right, fine.
If graders could not survive, could not compete with pre-graders, they can claim harassment. They can claim that a bunch of old rummies were threatening their lives.
Throwing beer bottles at them and everything else.
I think it's elitist. I think that you had the graders, the Sunday school teacher, like pink-cheeked, white-haired old men who used to work at Walmart or couldn't get hired on because they were too nice.
No,
they hung out at graders.
Walmart because they like to work at Walmart. Walmart, you can't work there 24/7. And where you going to greet people in Walmart? I know nowadays most of them, that's what they've done because there's so many more Walmarts here in town. Once you get off one, see if you go to the other one.
Pre-graders, they weren't even looking at it as competition. They saw it as a compliment to graders. You go to pre-graders, get pre-graded, then go to graders. When you get fed up with all that horse shit, go back to pre-graders where the cool people are and they serve alcohol. That was pre-graders' business plan. But, graders did not like it. The pre-graders are threatening our senior citizens. Well, you know what? Pre-graders are senior citizens, too. A lot of them walking on walkers just like the ones at graders.
But the graders ain't slinging their walkers at whoever's nearby or whoever they don't like.
Let me tell you, a walker is a weapon in the right hands.
You damn right it is.
So is a broken bottle.
Well, yeah.
And just because pre-graders knows how to defend themselves and drink themselves into a stupor, and
you wonder why graders moved on back to Walmart.
You know, pre-graders staff riddled with liver disease, and graders like, we're the victims here. Sounds to me like the ageism, oppression of the sick and the elderly.
Huh.
A lot of the pre-graders staff doesn't even have what you would exactly call a home to go to. Graders go back to their little ranch houses in the better parts of Murfreesboro.
Ranch house?
To live out their lives.
Huh.
Not pre-graders. Flop houses. Whatever relative they can con into letting them stay on their porch. That's a sad story, but here's where things get better. Come on down to pre-graders, get you a drink, get pre-graded, then get re-graded. You're not going to get graded because graders got shut down.
You should go to Walmart.
You can go to Walmart if you really need to get graded. But I say just stay at pre-graders.
There ain't but two Walmarts you need to go into drunk. And I ain't going to say nothing.
Yeah, everybody knows which ones those are.
Well, everybody knows. Those okay. You can get graded, though. Don't say you can't get graded.
Drunk.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
There's a Walmart. Here in Murfreesboro, there's so many Walmarts for any stage of your drinking. If you're having a big night, you can go into Walmart. You just got to know which one to go into.
Police at certain ones ain't.
Yep, you getting tipsy. You got to know which one to go to. You just flat out drunk, yelling, screaming,
but
kicking.
You don't need to be driving from pre-graders just to go get graded to get your ticket on the way either, though.
So I just hunker down at pre-graders. Get pre-graded, regraded, not graded. We need to be clear. They're not going to grade you. They will pre-grade you and they will regrade you.
If you go to Walmart, maybe some people don't want to drink. Maybe some people don't want to be
Well, then go to Walmart, you
alcoholic,
buzzkills.
Homeless person.
All I'm
and just
saying.
wants to go to Walmart and get a hose or whatever else and have a nice conversation. Garden tools, whatever else. Tape. Walmart got it all.
They do have it all.
Yeah,
I will say
anything you
that.
need there, they got it.
Anything you need is at Walmart, and we have like 10 Walmarts here in Murfreesboro, and they're building more.
Well, we can use them. I mean,
Yeah, you can use them. You always need something from Walmart.
yeah.
Anybody says you want to go to Walmart, it ain't ever like, oh no, I don't need nothing. You always need something.
Right along, something.
They got it there. One thing they don't have at Walmart, and they don't have anywhere else as far as I know, and this is what, the way we just described it sounded bleak, a bunch of sick old rummies
Well, that's what it is.
at parade graders, but you'll have a good time, maybe getting a short scuffle. But here's something that's going to bring a smile to your face, because it brings a smile to mine just thinking about it. Oh, who does not enjoy a delicious sweet treat? Sweet treats. You know what I'm talking about.
Huh.
Candy. They've got candy at pre-graders.
Well, candy.
If you didn't hear me just then because I was whispering, let me spell it out for you. A new thing they're starting at pre-graders is 3 sticks of candy.
Oh, hell, they are not starting that. They ain't but one place, and that's on the square. There's Mr. Reynolds, 3 sticks of candy. All right, I just got finished apologizing to the man for being out of my damn mind last week, and now you going to...
Well, you said yourself he doesn't know how to listen to this. How does he spell 3 sticks of candy, would you say, Jackie? Like the regular way, 3 sticks of candy? Like anybody
He
would
knows
spell it?
how to spell.
Well, that's not what we're talking about here. Regular spelled 3 sticks of candy. We're talking about it's sort of text speak for the kids.
What?
Because kids are always on their phone.
I don't know
So this
what
3
kids...
sticks of candy is numeral 3, the 3. Just, you know.
Number 3. I
Number
know what the
3.
number 3 is. You ain't got to say numeral like he's smart. I know what number 3 is.
I'm sorry I offended your ears when I said the word numeral.
Well, you have air about you. I know what
didn't mean
number
to get
3 is. I
snooty.
know what numbers are.
I was trying to be clear that we were not talking about the word 3, T-H-R-E-E.
I know how to spell 3 too. I don't get on here to get a lesson.
Spell anything or say the word numeral, you're going to get offended. Why don't
There's
you
no
get on
need
Twitter?
to.
Outrage.
I guess I'd be outraged if I was listening to this. You think you need to spell it out to everybody, you go right on ahead. You think people listening to this ain't smart enough to know what the number 3 is and don't know how to spell 3.
Well, I apologize. I don't mean to be
Well,
elitist. I don't mean to
that's what it sounds like you being to me.
Get
and
lost.
everybody else listening to this.
In a cloud of my own privilege. I did not mean to presume that you need the word 3 spelled out to you. All I am saying is that when you go into pre-graders and say, I would like 3 sticks of candy, what you are saying without realizing it is number 3, sticks, S-T-I-X,
What?
O apostrophe, C-A-N-D. 3 sticks of candy. Not what we were previously discussing, that Pharmacist Reynolds, that
I don't even know what the hell you talking about now.
Rabbit Slaughterhouse. Well, you just go in and say, I'd like 3 sticks of candy, and they'll give you 3 sticks of candy. They don't have a huge selection. It's mostly
Mr.
whatever.
Reynolds will. It's 3 sticks of candy. What do you...
Well, I'm saying if you're in pre-graders and you want 3 sticks of candy, you get your 3 sticks of candy, but guess what? 4 sticks comes with it.
Boy, that don't even make any sense. 4 sticks come with it.
Well, it's just
If
one
it's
extra.
called 3 sticks, it's 3 sticks.
Well, you say, can I have 3 sticks of candy? They say, yes, here you go. And you go, wait, this is 4 sticks. And they're like, surprise. Doesn't that feel good?
That's it. It's already a ripoff. They run somebody They already run somebody off a square. They're going to run somebody else off?
They come across just unexpectedly and legally come across a truckload of candy, and they got to move it. And
I'm going to say it, and I don't ever like to run nobody's name down, but I'm going to say it right now. Don Jekyll Jr. is just the worst person there is. Who is he not going to run out of business in this town?
How can you say he's the worst person there is, and he giving you a free stick of candy?
He ain't giving me nothing.
Now, that's free stick, Free. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry if I offended somebody. I guess I'm going to have a Twitter backlash
I
now.
know the difference between free and three. We already been through this as well.
Well, this one, you get a free one. So it's 3, numeral 3, free, 1 extra. 3 sticks of candy.
That don't even, you making it up as you go along. None of that makes any sense.
You get.
Is you basically going to a bar and instead of peanuts, they got Twix bars or whatever in a bowl.
Yeah.
Well, but that ain't 3 sticks of candy.
Bound up in twine. And it's 4 of them. And it ain't 3 sticks of candy. It's 3, number 3, sticks, STIXO apostrophe.
I said
can
Twix.
hyphen D.
Twix.
No, not Twix. Sticks. STIX. You could say
You
tricks.
spell
TRIX.
sticks. STICKS. Plural.
Oh.
Sticks.
Oh, I'm sorry, up in your ivory tower there, Jackie.
Well, you the one that, what the hell does STIX mean?
That's how kids spell it on a phone. Like, hey, you got.
Well,
Let's go over to 3 sticks of candy, LOL.
All them kids are going to grow up one day and find out that phone ain't the real world.
Well, if you could get up out of off your privileged couch and go over to the window and see how people really live, maybe you'll see that language is fluid. And that the language of the people, we should not say, hey, you can't talk like that and get a job here.
You ain't turning it into
elitist.
That. You ain't going to turn it into English language first. All that stuff, you ain't going to turn me into no racist on this. You ain't going to do that, no, sir.
Well, you already did it, Jackie.
No, you trying to do it right now.
Your dialect does not sit well with me.
There are plenty of people who come in this store, don't speak a word of English. Speak Spanish, Mexican, whatever it is. South America, I don't know, but there's always one fella that does speak English and tells me what they're saying. And I ain't got no problem with that.
Sure, you'll take their money. You don't care as long as your pockets get lined.
I'm happy to give them. It ain't about it's giving people good service no matter how they talk. Now, you come in with your telephone and hold your phone up to my face, then have STIX on it. You can turn your ass around and walk the hell out.
So that's 3 sticks of candy with a free stick of candy.
That's my sponsor. My sponsor, Mr. Reynolds. Wife dead. You got me going down the list. 3 sticks of candy, 1 for each hand, 1 in your mouth. It sounds like a good plan.
Oh, they have a song too at pre-greeters when you order your 3 sticks of candy with a free stick of candy.
The hell they do.
They do. They got their own song.
I don't want to hear it.
No, it's good, Jackie.
It's going to sound like a bunch of rummies howling at the damn moon.
Oh, no, they get a kick out of singing it. It's like, 3 sticks of candy, shove them up your ass.
All right, enough.
That's the end of it.
Enough.
No, that is the end of it.
I had enough of this.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, it's Jackie Ball.
Hey, everybody. Dunlap here. Welcome to the Red State Update podcast.
I'm already sick of it.
Well, you know, we have been bickering quite a bit already, just in the sponsor portion of the show, Jackie. Maybe what we ought to do is find some things we can agree on, find some agreement.
I don't know if any of that's what is 82?
Episode 82 of our podcast series.
I count down. Ready to get done with this.
Right. As we've said from the very beginning, 100 episodes. 100 episodes and we are out.
Well.
So let's make them count, Jackie.
I'm blowing out all those candles, eating that cake.
Are we going to get a cake?
I am. I don't know about you.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll get a cake. I'll eat a cake with you. What kind of cake you want to get? Let's spend the rest of this podcast planning the cake we're going to eat for the final one.
I like Baskin Robbins and ice cream.
Ice cream cake. Can't
That
go
stuff,
wrong.
All that.
See, I agree with you there, Jackie.
Well, all right, that's one thing.
Two friends
Well,
eating cake. Cannot wait for that. We're going to have the best time, Jackie. We'll get some cake, ice cream cake. You want some ice cream to go on that cake?
it's ice cream cake. That's what it is.
You want some cake to go with that ice cream
It's
cake?
both of it. You know what it is. You not getting me riled up on this right out? No.
No, I like to add a little bit of both, more of it. Like maybe
More of it.
Maybe not get
It's
a whole.
already what it is.
Well, I may get a ho-ho or some Twinkies or something and mush that in there with it, and then get some other kind of ice cream.
Well, I'm sure nowadays you can get whatever you want.
Well, that's true. You can get whatever you want.
Well, you get your cake, I get my cake.
Okay, we'll get two separate cakes.
Yep.
Yep. Friends. Now, we don't mean to sound like we don't enjoy doing the podcast, folks, because every week
I don't.
Jackie doesn't, but, you know, that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and if Jackie
I don't know
doesn't
why anybody want to listen to this mess.
Okay, Jackie.
I don't know why anybody want to listen to somebody regularly run another person down
Well,
over and over again.
you know, maybe you're
Don't
right,
you
Jackie.
get that? You get that enough every day.
Well, Jackie,
Watching the TV, putting the news on, turn on the radio. Somebody running somebody down. Now I ain't saying they don't necessarily deserve it.
Jackie, I'm afraid that you've taken some of my good-natured jests and jabs a little too seriously.
Well,
I may have hurt your feelings.
Man, it's going on too long.
I mean, we've been doing this for a few years now, and even before that, Jackie and I had sort of a banter-based relationship, I'd say. I'd say he gives it to me as good as I give it to him, but sometimes even when you're joking around, you can go a little too far. And, Jackie, if I've said anything that's hurt your feelings, I apologize.
Hey, you can apologize all you want after I knock you upside the head.
There we go.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. That's what I'm talking
You
about.
watch your mouth.
Yeah, you watch your mouth.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Now it's just like Sam and Diane up in here. Sam and Diane on Cheers.
Oh, cheers, yeah, Coach.
You know how they slap each other and then they make out?
Hell yeah. I like Coach. He's funny. Give everybody a beer.
Let's count down our favorite Cheers characters. Jackie's
Well,
number one is Coach.
That's it.
You don't like anybody else on Cheers? Norm? Everybody loves Norm.
Norm's all right, but then the mailman got to sit with him and ruined it.
Know it all. Yankee.
Whatever it is, I get tired of hearing it. It sounds the same. Yeah, I mean, Norm's funny by himself, but he ain't ever sitting there by himself. The mailman with him all the time. Coach is funny no matter who he's talking to because you give him a beer and he's funny.
That's good. So you start Coach, then Norm. So you'd let Norm in a little way into your list.
Well, no, because he got the. Why can't I just answer what I answer? Why can't I just say what I believe and that be the end of it?
You know, John Ratzenberger, the mailman, is one of Hollywood's, I would say, most famous conservatives.
Well, good for him in his politics. He's fine in the voting booth. I just don't want to see him in a mailman in a bar.
Well, I can see we're not going to find any agreement in counting down our list of favorite Cheers characters. So why don't we just move on to another subject, Jackie, where maybe we can find some agreement? Because I think you're right. People have to get tired of hearing us scream at each other.
I get
Podcast
tired of
after
it.
podcast.
I get tired of hearing it. I get tired of participating in it.
Well,
I get wore out.
Well, from now on, Jackie, if we see that we are heading to some sort of disagreement on this episode, we're going to move off that subject and we're going to end This episode is friends with a handshake and a hug around the neck.
Well, I don't get my hopes up on that, but I don't want to argue. I just soon try to get through without arguing. See if you can talk about something where we don't argue.
Well, Hillary Clinton has a new book coming out.
Oh, hell.
Called Hard Choices.
What?
It's called Hard Choices is the name of it.
Hard choices.
Hard Choices. Normally, if Hillary Clinton put out a book with the word hard in the title, I would make some sort of demeaning joke about it. But I'm going to say, after a week of Yes All Women, I'm going to let that slide.
That sounds like something Bill right.
Jackie.
Well, you can make fun of him all you want.
I guess you're right. So her book is called Hard Choices, which to me, Jackie, I think we can agree on this. To me, Hard Choices sounds a lot like Decision Points.
It sure does sound like you ripped that off.
Sounds to me like Hillary Clinton went to the bookstore and just ripped George W. Bush the F off.
Well,
I said F. Agreement, friends.
all right. Decision points is one thing. That's deciding what points you gonna make. Hard choice, same. Yeah, I want. When's that book come out? When the Hillary book come out?
I don't know.
Well, I don't.
Should I look it up?
No, hell, I don't care. But I'm just saying, when it does, you turn to whatever page on in her hard choice in that book and compare it to whatever decision point Bush made in his book and compare the two. I want everybody out there that review books do that for me. Tell me the difference.
So you want to see how her choices stack up against his decisions.
Points. His points.
His points. Like, see, she's already...
You could hard decisions.
She's already... He just said these... I had some
He
points.
didn't say hard decisions, did he? No. He said decision points. I got a point to make. He could sit there and go, oh, this is a hard decision. That's what he could have called his book. And that's the same thing as hard choices. Decision is a choice.
Well, he just said there were some points where I had to make a decision. She's already whining about it, going, oh, these were hard.
This is hard.
You want a president that's going to talk to you about how hard it is to be president all the time, and you think she won't? It's in the title of her book.
Pitiful.
George W. Bush was like, yep, that's what I had to do. Points, deciding. Yep, that's what I do.
Here's another point.
Yep, here's another decision.
Here's another point I decided on, page after page. You're going to read her book. Boy, this was a hard choice.
Hillary's book comes out June 10th.
Well, I ain't getting it.
Nope, there's a choice she made.
It
wasn't hard.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard choice. That's the easiest damn choice I ever made in my damn life.
Easy choice.
That's a decision point I made right there.
Maybe we should get it and talk about it here on the podcast. Like, that'd be episode, 85? 4? 5? There's one planned out.
We ain't going to be done by then.
No, it's June now. That's like a week and a half.
Oh, hell.
Let's come to you live. We're recording this live on June 1st. You're listening to it possibly that night, maybe later in the week. Possibly months later, these things live on. You may have read and enjoyed Hillary Clinton's book.
Oh, hell. Who the hell is going to...
Well, Jackie, maybe... I'm
hard read is what they need to call it, not a hard...
That's good, Jackie. That's a good one.
Well...
That's a keeper. Y'all can have that. Whoever, all the conservative comedians out there listening to this, y'all can have that. Hard read.
Yeah.
Thanks to comedy genius Jackie Brawls,
yes,
my friend.
It's going to be hard. I ain't going to read it.
The only way I can imagine enjoying that book of her hard choices is if at the end of every chapter she's like, and I made the wrong choice. I chose incorrectly. Is that what he says in Indiana Jones?
Huh?
You chose poorly. You chose wisely.
Oh, Indiana Jones, old man, yeah.
Oh, man. Everybody, he should write a book. By how everybody chose.
It's the same book. See, you chose poorly. Hard choices.
That dude's probably lived an interesting life. I'd like to read his book.
Well, one of them shriveled up and died. I don't know which. The old man shriveled up and died. Was it him? He stayed there and lived in the cave the rest of his life.
Right.
Well, I think, what kind of book is that? Hell.
Well, probably once you get to the cave, it slows down a little bit. But I'd say before he got to the cave, he saw some stuff, saw some things happen.
King Arthur, all that, yeah.
And then when Indiana Jones comes in, that's going to be a good chapter. You're going to read that part.
I seen that.
Well, we did see it, but we don't.
It didn't last but 5 minutes. He went in there and watched a man blow up, and then he drank a good water, whatever.
So, Hard Choices is coming up. Hillary Clinton book. Same week, this week, Karl Rove said she's old and stale. Hillary Clinton's old and stale.
Old and stale? Old and still?
Stale.
Stale.
I'd spell it, but I don't want to get
like
in trouble.
cracker.
What?
Stale crackers go stale.
Yep. Old stale cracker. That's what she is.
You get a rich cracker, one of them, get a hole punched in it. Happens every time I go down there. Kroger, brand new thing of Ritz cracker. You don't know if it's got a hole in it. One of them.
Does that happen to you? That happens
Not
to me.
Not all of them. There's some of them fine. You get that one. It's just stale. That's what I think of when you say stale is cracker.
Crackers.
Cracker go stale, yeah. Like old Hillary.
Okay, it's funny now that I think about it. I don't usually have problems with the Ritz sleeves being punctured. A big sleeve of Ritz crackers.
Well, it's from them. They don't know how to stack them on the shelves. What it is.
When I find that when I try to go cheap and get the generic Ritz crackers, Kroger brand Ritz crackers,
It's just as good.
They just as good, but I find more of those sleeves punctured when I get the generic brand.
You won't pay extra for less stale crackers.
Yep, you do. I'll agree with you there, Jackie.
Oh, Anna Griffith.
You used to do commercials for Ritz crackers. You go,
I know it did.
I wasn't implying that you didn't, and I apologize if that's how you took it. That should be our clip of the week. Now we're going to change clip of the week. I'm making a decision here. You give us clips of the week. Y'all go on YouTube, find all the Andy Griffith Ritz cracker commercials you can. Put them on our Facebook page.
I'll look at every one of them. I will. I'll look at every one of them.
We'll review them. We'll tell you. We'll rank them. We'll review them. We'll tell you which one's the best. Y'all find all the Andy Griffith Ritz cracker commercials you can.
Who was the one Rockford did the Polaroid with? What's her name?
Man, you see our sexist culture? I do not remember her name. I mean, that's just an example.
I can't remember her name.
Well, because we know Jim Rockford was on there, but we can't remember the woman.
Well, he's Maverick.
Maverick was on there, but I have no idea who the woman was. I'll cop to it. I do not know.
It ain't because she's a woman, I forget. I just don't know. What else did she do besides that? He did Maverick. He did Rockford. What did she do?
She may have achieved some great things, and if she didn't, it may have been just what she was up against as a woman in Hollywood.
Don't make it a sexist thing just because I can't remember the name of a woman on
the
commercial with Rockford.
This week, everything is a sexist thing. I don't know what this woman did. She may have had achievements. It's going to be hard to talk to Rockford.
All right, I know something she did. It just come back to me. Along, what's the name of it? Western. Oh, Western.
Red Rock River.
No.
Down in the valley.
No, it's the one.
Cactus Hat.
Randolph Scott's in it. He was old.
Valley of the Horse Cave.
Oh, hell.
River Runs Dry.
No, Sam Peckinpah did it.
Blood on the Petticoat.
No, it's his. I don't remember the Ride the Long Country, the Hard Country, something like that. She was in that, and she played old fidgety school. I'll go off.
Oh, bitchy, complaining.
She wanted to run away from her daddy and wanted to get married. And then when she realized what getting married was, she said, "No, I don't want to do that. I'm too good for that."
Maybe that's good then.
That's just the character that she was in the ride. You the one with the phone that says sticks on it. Look up on it.
Ride the tornado winds.
No, that ain't the name of it.
TP on the warpath.
Oh, hell, She did the Polaroid picture with Rockford Files.
Cougar Canyon Hoosgow.
No. Long hard, I can't remember. I've seen almost every Western. Getting up in age, I can't remember all the names of them. I'm being serious. Look it up. It's got red dots.
I'm trying to think of more Western names. Wet Mustache.
Pick what? Hartley's her name. Hartley.
Okay, everybody, hang on. We're going to look up who appeared in the Polaroid commercials with James Garner.
And then it's Ride the Long Hard Country or something.
I'm just going to type that in. That sounds close. Ride. I like some of my titles better than that, but I'm no Sam Peckinpah.
It's an old Sam Peckinpah before he got all bloody. That's when he didn't have the women in those movies. She's lucky she ain't one of them. Because the women in those movies, by the time they got bloody,
they've been through a lot.
Well,
and then
wasn't much for them to do in those, but
Ride the High Country.
High Country. I knew it.
Hell yeah, High Country.
It's Hartley. Hartley's her name.
Oh, yeah, I got to look up her name.
Oh,
Sorry,
I want to see all them. I remember I used to love him, and I wouldn't have a Polaroid picture. They look terrible. I wouldn't own one, but I like a commercial.
Mariette Hartley.
Hartley, see?
Mariette Hartley. So y'all get on there, and you put in all the Ritz Cracker Andy Griffith commercials.
Every one of them. I want to look at them.
And all the Rockford Mariette Hartley commercials. Let's take a moment to talk about Mariette Hartley's career.
I just said it took me a while to get the name, but I know it. Ride the High Country.
She began her career in her teens as a stage actress. Film career began with Ride the High Country.
That's a good movie, yeah.
Randolph Scott, Joel McRae.
There you go.
Sam Peckinpah.
There you go.
Appeared in an episode of CBS's Gunsmoke as a mountain girl.
Hey, look at that. Pretty good so far.
1963, leading role in Drums of Africa. I can't imagine what that's like. Drums of Africa with Frankie Avalon, Lodi Bachner, and Torrin Thatcher. That sounds like we just made that up. But nope, 1963,
Somebody put the clip of that up.
Well, okay, y'all got a lot to do. We need Ritz Crackers, Andy Griffith commercials.
That's most important, that. And
number two.
Polaroid, because Mariette Hartley, whatever it is, we talk about Drums of Africa, this, that, we're working up to Polaroid picture of Rockford. That's her best work.
So number two. So then number two, they should go and find if the first thing, if you've got a limited amount of time this week, go find those Ritz Crackers commercials. Andy Griffith. We won't watch all them.
Everything tastes better on the Ritz, what it says.
That's exactly right,
Don't
Jackie.
matter, put an olive on it, piece of cheese.
It all tastes better. Does everything really taste better on a Ritz cracker?
Well, not if you're being silly about it. Food, yeah.
So if you approach this conundrum in a serious state of mind to really figure out what tastes better on Ritz, we can say some stuff is not going to taste better on Ritz.
It all tastes good. What I just named, olive cheese.
All that olive cheese.
Sardine tastes good on one.
Chicken. A piece of chicken.
Piece of chicken, yeah, why wouldn't it?
What about tapioca pudding?
Now, see.
Being silly.
You're being silly.
Ice cream. Might taste good. Ritz cracker crust on
I don't.
Ice cream pie. Open your mind, Jackie, is all I'm saying.
Ice cream cake.
I say that with respect. So Mariette Hartley also appeared in the Jack Lord adventure drama series about the rodeo circuit, Stony Burke. I've never heard of that, but that sounds pretty good, too. Yeah. So if you can find a clip of Stony Burke with Jack Lord in the rodeo, I'd love to check that out. And then supporting role in Alfred Hitchcock's Marnie in 1964.
Well, y'all can look at all that if you want to. I just want to see her and Rockford take pictures.
2 episodes of The Virginian.
They did all different kind of went on for a long time because the commercials used to start off, Rockford and her take pictures each other. You know, it's funny. They'd have funny jokes, banter, whatever you want to call it. And then it got to where they go out and just take pictures of whoever.
Oh.
And they say, well, I ain't got time to wait right around for that picture. They said, no, you know, Polaroid don't take, you know, shake it.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture is what they say in the song.
Well, that's what you did, yeah.
Popular song of the day from 10 years ago said to shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Well, that's what you did back in, and it's still, you know, half the time. If anybody still got a Polaroid picture, I got a photo book after photo book my wife had before she had a stroke, and I guarantee you go through every Polaroid picture in there, you can't tell what it is. It's faded away.
I think they stopped making Polaroid pictures, but I'm not sure. Now
sense.
you take a picture on your phone, you got an app on there, makes it look like Polaroid.
I know you do everything on your damn phone. I know you do.
So that's Mariette Hartley.
Ride the High Country.
Ride the High Country. Oh, Jackie. As Dr. Carolyn Fields, Hartley marries Bill Bixby's character, the alter ego of the Hulk.
Well, that's good, yeah.
She married the Hulk?
Well, that's something right there.
That's a big deal. I hope she won the fucking Emmy.
Hey,
oh,
what's
sorry.
Your mouth?
Sorry, Jackie, I agree with you. That language has no place in a discussion of Mariette Hartley's filmography.
Well, you weren't trying to make it filthy. It's bad enough marrying the Hulk by itself, just...
You don't need the language on top of it.
Well...
Can you imagine being married to the Hulk?
I know they really weren't together, her and Rockford. I know it's a commercial.
They should have been.
Well, they should have been. That's what it was. That's what, if they ain't really married, somebody needs to straighten
I hope
that
they
out.
had an affair, at the least.
No.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that could complicate their lives needlessly. Maybe sometimes people are better off as friends. Just get together,
just saying,
take
when
pictures.
Say it, you wish it was a whole show and not just a few minutes taking pictures.
I hope when they ended that series of commercials, it ended with a passionate embrace. And you're like, oh, they finally got together. Somebody can find the last Polaroid commercial that they did together and let us see how they ended it. Because I hope they gave them a nice send-off. I hope that commercial had a final episode of MASH level embrace of the finality and the audience love for these two characters.
Well,
and they gave them a proper send-off.
Last episode, man's pitiful.
They sad.
That's the worst thing ever. That's sad. Yeah, I don't want to watch that. Last episode,
babies.
Cheers, was bad. That didn't make. She come back and was just as awful as she always was.
Right now, I'm sure the mailman talked.
Coach was dead.
Long dead. Coach long dead.
Show should have ended right then.
Shelley should have ended with Coach's death before people got to even experience the charms of Woody.
Hey, he ain't no coach.
You don't even like Woody.
Give Woody his own show, maybe. I don't know. I just like Coach. That's just what I like on there. MASH pitiful. That's the worst thing, because everybody watched MASH back in. I don't care how old you were, who you were, what color you were, anything. Everybody watched MASH. And you know it was war. Half the time it's funny, and then half the time it's sad, because it's war, you got to have sad a little bit. But then the last one was 3 to 4 hours long. All of it pitiful. Klinger wasn't dressed up no more. All the good ones already left. Radar gone. And Hawkeye killed the baby.
That is a bleak ending, I will say.
He killed it on a train or a bus, something, I can't remember.
Did he kill the baby? I don't think he killed the baby. There was a dead baby in the episode.
He thought he went psychiatrist. Remember his buddy played poker with him, come in town every so often, come in over to Korea, come play poker.
Sure.
Psychiatrist.
As you do.
And he told him the whole time trying to trick him, so you kill a chicken. But Hawkeye killed the baby on there. That's the worst way to ever end the show.
It's a bad. I will say, there's not a lot of shows that could support that dark of an ending.
And if it was all that, then maybe it'd be enough to deal with. It's bad enough. Then you got, who was uppity, smart pants on man.
Colonel Winchester, Major Winchester.
He got a bunch of Koreans playing a band or something.
And then they spell out goodbye with rocks.
Hawkeye's in the swamp in there crying his eyes out because he killed a baby, and Winchester out front just making a racket. Worst way to ever end a show on TV.
But there's no other show that could do. Can you imagine if last episode of Cheers, Sam killed a baby? Or anybody on there killed a baby?
Nobody killed it. It's the worst show. It's just liberals trying to make a point. They could have won the war. Everybody went home on a helicopter. That's it.
Nope. Liberals got to make you feel guilty about war. Can't enjoy it.
And MASH used to be funny. Like I said, everybody watched it before you called on. Hawkeye in there drinking martini after martini, crying his eyes out. I don't even know if BJ's still there.
I think he left.
He left, yeah.
He stayed there. He's the one that spelled out, see you later with the rocks.
Oh, with the rock, yeah.
Why did he stay there on his motorcycle? What about Colonel Potter's horse?
No, it was a psychiatrist that said it was a chicken. Hawkeye's flying off, and he's trying to trick him again. It was rock. No way, you right.
Wait, did you think for a second that BJ spilled out it was a baby with rocks as Hawkeye's flying away?
No, he wouldn't do that to his friend. It was a psychiatrist going through some treatment and have his crazy psychiatrist do anyway.
Chicken treatment, they call it.
Yeah.
Where you make people think horrible things was really about chickens. It goes back to the early days.
I don't make a sense to me. He was a doctor. How many people Hawkeye saved through all the MASH?
Hundreds. Thousands,
you can't. He lost a few. He cried, with that.
A lot of crying on MASH.
Well, that's what.
It was war. It was war. MASH is war.
But to top it all off, kill a baby on a train.
Did the horse make it, though? Did Colonel Potter's horse make it through, or did it die?
I think they had to put him down. I don't know.
It's
the worst 4 hours of TV I ever seen in my life.
That's like,
and I ain't remembering it well. Maybe not, but I sure as hell ain't gonna watch it again.
That's like if Game of Thrones ended with the Red Wedding.
What?
I'm not that far into it, but I know something horrible happens. Spoiler alert. Oh, also, if you haven't watched, if you're just making your way through MASH right now, if you're watching it on DVD, or I don't know if it's on Netflix, spoiler alert, the last episode's horrible.
It's 4 hours of it, too.
Yeah, make some time to just feel bad. Set aside.
And Klinger just went home, Toledo? I see it.
He was supposed to go home, I guess, to Toledo. I don't know.
Oh, he married, got a girl pregnant. Had to marry.
What was her name?
Laotian.
She went on to Aftermash with him.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Now, Aftermash was...
They
Klinger?
They was on there delivering babies.
Helping
in the VA hospital. Not like today.
Nope.
Maybe Obama needs to go back, rewind, and watch a few episodes of Aftermash.
And Obama needs to watch Aftermash and learn how things are supposed to be, and then maybe go and clean house some more, not just get rid of that one guy. Maybe just start over, watch Aftermash, and see, okay, I get it now.
Aftermash had the best ones. It didn't last that long. It had Potter, who was good, Klinger, Radar.
Was Radar on it?
I think Radar's on there.
Trapper John turned into Pernell Roberts.
And that's something different. That wasn't the same thing. I never thought that's...
Had a beard, bald.
Then it wasn't the same person to me. Hello, Larry.
So if you can find... I hope y'all wrote down all the things we want you to find for us and put on our Facebook page this week.
Don't want to
our
see
clip of the week.
I want to see Andy Griffith eat Ritz crackers, say how good it is. And I want to see old James Garner with, oh, hell, what's her name?
Marion Hartley. Patriarchy.
That's all I want to see. Don't put no mash on there.
After MASH is an American situation comedy aired on CBS from September 26, 1983 to May 31st, 1985. Really? It's like 2 damn years. Colonel Potter.
That's what I said. He was the best one.
Klinger.
Yep.
And Father Mulcahy.
That's right. Father Mulcahy's on there. And that radar, I get them two confused.
Why do you get them confused?
Glasses.
Yeah, glasses. Agreement. Soon Lee Klinger. Klinger's wife.
That's a woman he got pregnant over there.
Klinger fell in love with.
Wait
a minute. That all happened on the last episode? He met her, fell in love with her, and married her on the last episode?
Who was it? The woman that went to a bar had when they didn't go to the swamp and they didn't go to the. It was one of her girls.
What? We're getting too deep into MASH mythology.
I can't remember. I don't want to remember it all.
After MASH was scheduled opposite the A-Team.
Well,
now see, that's how you deal with war. They go to Vietnam, they get in trouble, and you know what? They still help people.
Yeah.
Well, I guess after MASH helped people too.
Well, that's it. VA back,
So both those shows, I would say, are good examples of what you can accomplish after a war. You don't have to sit around and be like, oh, we shouldn't have been in that war.
Well, now Obama's pulling
out of Afghanistan. You thought we weren't going to get to the rest of the news because we spent 30 minutes on Mariette Hartley. But guess what? We're an hour and 6 minutes into this, and we're still going to address Afghanistan.
Are you being sexist saying it ain't worth talking about Mariette Hartley that long?
Probably. Even if I deny it, I mean, I probably was anyway.
He said you just as good enough to talk about her in Rockford as anybody else.
Well, then I guess we don't need to talk about Afghanistan.
I like her better than Hot Lips. I'll say that right now. She wasn't stuck up.
Mariette Hartley would have told, what's his face, to eat it.
Huh?
What was his name?
Fonzie said eat it.
No, Fonzie said sit on it.
Sit on it, not eat it. I can't remember all what they used to say back in on all them shows. Everybody had something to say.
Stow it.
That's Flo right there.
Kiss my grits.
That's Flo. Her too, yep.
Mel said stow it.
And
Flo. And she would say, kiss my grits, episode over. The end.
I don't remember the last episode of Alice.
I can guarantee you there was not a dead baby on it. Hey, Jackie, I think that went pretty good. We ended the episode, just to recap, with a lot of agreement about Mariette Hartley and Hillary Clinton.
I like talking about TV and not fighting.
Maybe we should change the focus of the show. Hey, everybody, if you like what you heard today, find a lot of videos of Andy Griffith eating crackers and put them on our Facebook page or tweet them to us. Also, go rate and review on iTunes and Stitcher Radio and wherever you can rate and review it.
However you're supposed to do, it's supposed to help us somehow. I don't know particularly how a computer works.
Tell your friends about us.
I would like to see some of them Rockford Files and Rockford Files Maverick, Mariette Hartley.
Shows, clips.
Commercials. What the word? Polo picture commercials.
I really thought there'd still be music playing when we were done with this. I blame myself.
It's over now.
Yeah, but I thought some music would play out after we stopped talking. We thought we'd do an ending for this to wrap it up, do a little recap, and tell you rate and review and find us those videos.
Well, you already said that. You just said it again.
I'm just repeating myself. Man, we need to get better at this.
Well, you only got so many more to go.